You like how I played my air guitar to the organ? Was that not amazing or what?
I'm John from Unqualified Gamers. Hello, a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the one you're listening to now. The opinions expressed are those of each individual. Check out other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
This is it. The part of your week where you get to put your headphones on, relax, and listen to a bunch of geeks geek out about geeky things. They're passionate.
I'm an IT guy. You should never delete. Most of the time you delete, you regret deleting.
They rage.
You guys are being like hypersensitive with your point to be offended. Oh, he deleted his Twitter account. Oh, I'm mad. What?
And sometimes they're even funny.
Tell your wife that I said hello again and so I can be there tonight.
That's okay. Your wife says hi too.
Let me emphasize that. Sometimes. Welcome to the GonnaGeek.com podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 120 of the GonnaGeek.com podcast. We are live once again every Monday at 5:45 p.m. Pacific. That's 8:45 p.m. Eastern. If you have missed a few shows, well, first off, shame on you. Shame on you indeed. You should be listening to them all, but we will excuse this. We will excuse you this one time to tell you that yes, we have moved to Mondays at 5:45 p.m. Pacific, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Not Tuesdays anymore. But my name is Stephen John Drew, and with me today is the whole crew, Stargate Pioneer.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is a great week, isn't it? The holidays all here.
Yes, it is. We also have Chris Farrell.
I'm not live. I'm here on tape delay so that if I cuss, I can be easily bleeped out.
And we also have the one and only JS. What's going on, JS?
The holidays are not here. The holidays are in a month. Stop it. Take down the decorations. Stop it.
Well, the official holidays down here in the United States of America have started because this week is a federal holiday with Veterans Day, and then we get our Thanksgiving in 2 weeks, and then, you get the Christmas and the New Year stuff in December. Yes.
You are aware that America doesn't own World War II, right? The rest of the world also has Remembrance Day.
It's not just World War II. It's Veterans Day. It's for anybody that served in our armed forces.
Mm-hmm. It's the same here as well.
Let's be real here, JS. Come on. They generally have down there a big push for Christmas stuff post Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ours starts November 1st. Okay, we're worse in that category.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Once Halloween comes swinging by, it's over. It's Christmas time.
Man, guys, the Christmas stuff's already out in all the stores right now. It's bad. It came out like November 1st. I'm like, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Come on, people. No.
I've already made 3 Christmas purchases for family members.
Oh, I've been doing that, but because that's just smart shopping because everything's on sale. So I don't have to go and rush out to do it later. But it's all via the internet for me because I'm lazy and don't like people.
Those 3 purchases on the internet.
The whole internet. For Christmas, that's what I bought. That's all
how much did Al Gore want for it?
Oh,
$1 trillion billion.
Well, we appreciate you spending your holiday season with us. And on that note, I want to remind you, as I did at the top of the show, we do record live every Monday. And usually you can find us at GonnaGeek.com/live, as the title card does say. However, GonnaGeek.com/live it's a lot to say. It's a lot to remember, isn't it, SP?
GonnaGeek.com/live.
Yes, that's a lot to remember, right?
Possibly.
No, I get it every time. GonnaGeek.com/live.
Well, for those of you who don't have an insane memory like SP, we have good news for you. That's right. Instead of GonnaGeek.com/live, you can now find us at Geeks.live. That's right. That's all that you're going to have to type in now to find the Gonna Geek Live page. Just go to Geeks.live and you'll get right there.
Well, that's pretty good, man.
I'm
That's an
afraid
actual-
of what other. I'm afraid of what else they use the .live URL for. Let's be honest. There's a lot of potential here for like cam girls and stuff, and that scares me.
Oh, you don't want to check out StephenJohndrew.live. I can tell you that much.
No, you don't.
Stargate
Seriously, don't do it.
Pioneer.live. It's not for the faint of heart.
No.
So much wiener. No, wiener dogs, guys. He likes dachshunds.
Exactly. That's
Come on.
what it is. I love dogs. But
Dachshunds, they're the greatest.
let's go ahead and move into the news. Shall we do that?
I think we should do it.
Alrighty.
Thank you for playing the porn bump after I make a wiener joke.
That was not the porn bump. Oh, wait, it was the porn bump.
Yes,
Never
that
mind.
was the
Sorry,
porn
I'm all
bump.
messed up here.
What are
Wow.
you talking about, Steve?
I was sitting there, I'm going porn in my head. Porn. I'm like, what other bump does he think it is? I'm confused.
Let's be honest. It's better than the JS stripping bump, okay? Come on. But let's go ahead and start off with Chris's news, because I know it is a light news week this week. And Chris, you can go ahead and start that off.
So I don't know if you guys had seen on Twitter, there was the hashtag Force for Daniel movement that was going on. It's because Daniel Fleetwood, a longtime Star Wars fan, has been diagnosed with terminal cancer. His doctors haven't given him much time before he's going to pass away, and he was trying to be able to see a copy of Star Wars The Force Awakens before that time that he passed away occurred. And stars like Mark Hamill, John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, things like that, everyone had gotten on board and said, we'd love to be able to get him to see the movie. So late last week, J.J. Abrams, Disney, Lucasfilm, they got him a copy of the film. He got to see it. So it was not finished all the way, but he got to see it because, like I said, doctors said his end days were coming. So this is just one of those, it's a sad story, but it's a feel-good story at the same time, that they're doing the right thing here. And I'm cynical, and I'm not even like, they just did it for the good publicity. No, they did it because it was the right thing to do.
Okay, so seriously though, I do think that this is a great thing, and I had heard about it. And you know, there's the usual where, you know, what about the other people and all that other stuff. But honestly, I've heard people arguing that I don't care. This is a good thing that somebody, a big fan, got to see the movie. And mind you, it is apparently a rough edit still. Like, I don't know. That's
Correct.
what they say.
Dude, not all of the
What
special effects are done yet.
What publicity does Star Wars need? Are you kidding?
Well, there's that, but there's the cynics that are out there like, they just did it to get the good publicity. Be like, hey, look, they did a good thing, and now everyone's going to talk about, oh, look how great Disney is. That's not what it is.
Even if they did it for the good publicity, man, they gave some guy like a person's dying wish. Who cares?
Exactly. And this
Who
isn't the
cares?
first time. This isn't the first time J.J. Abrams has done something like that. Because if you remember in the first Star Trek film, and I cannot remember the guy's name at all, but he was a professor
he
at
did.
Carnegie Mellon University. He has a cameo in the first Star Trek film before he passed away from cancer too, I believe.
I mean, anybody could say that you only give money to charity because it lowers your taxes. But that's not why you do it. You do it because
Right.
you want to do it. I mean,
I don't think there was any tax write-off with this. I think they had a studio cut, edited version, and he was his dying wish. They heard about it, and they took it to him. It's great. I mean, if I was in that same position, I would want to see it because Star Wars has been a big part of my life, and I would just want to bracket it out and say, okay, I saw it.
I agree, and I it is one of the situations where I am going to hate on the haters, to be honest. Like, I think if you've got anything negative to say about this, you should give your head a good shake and an examination.
well, you can be angry if you want to be angry, but honestly,
If you-
deep down, who cares? Like,
If you
the
want to
guy-
be angry about this, I feel sorry for you. If this is
Yeah.
something that's going to make you angry.
I agree.
Go get angry.
I agree.
Go get angry at Bikini Leia. We should cut that out. Cut that out of the movies.
Well, they're
Should've-
cutting it out of the toys.
Did
You
you
know?
see my Facebook post, by the way? I pitched the idea that if George Lucas was still at the helm, he would redo it with what we dub at the gym Leia, where she's wearing sweatpants instead. That's what I think that he should do.
They should re-edit the whole movie The Gladiator because he's a slave. He didn't want to be there.
Oh man, I think we just gotta stay on this topic. I don't usually see JS this fired up, but I'm loving it. I am loving it every moment.
JS, much like me, has an allergic reaction to stupid people.
They should re-edit the whole like Bush Cassidy and the Sundance Kid because all those people didn't want to die. Let's take that out too. I didn't want to die.
By the way, in the chat,
we should take back the Oscar from 12 Years a Slave. He didn't want to be a slave.
But in the chat, we do have, by the way, the chat at geeks.live, we do have Josie saying F star and then some other letters. Anyone who wants to be greedy and say, what about us? My stepdad had cancer. He didn't ask for a G-dang thing except to live. And then we also have Josie following up saying, I am glad he got to see the movie. So very, very good points. And honestly, what?
You got to read Josie's post that
you literally missed the next post right after you finished talking.
Okay, you go ahead and finish it there, Chris.
So Josie says, if I had a dying wish, it'd be to kick George Lucas in the nuts twice. One for creating Jar Jar Binks, and then another for Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
I did miss that. That's funny.
Did you guys see the Jar Jar Binks, The Force Awakens poster?
Yes, it's hilarious.
It is. I so hope he's in the movie. I so hope he's in the movie. Some type of general, and he crashes some weird thing into something else. And it just
Misa General Binks.
Come on. How awesome would it be if Jar Jar was in the movie only to be offed like a scene later in like some the biggest like Star Wars death violence on screen that we've seen. I think it would be amazing.
He gets like shot by the Death Star. Like, just him.
He's out doing a spacewalk, repairing whatever ship he's on, and just the whole beam is focused on him. Yeah, I actually like him. He's a comic relief guy. We've gone through this before.
No, please stop. You want to edit something out of a movie? Edit Jar Jar Binks in a movie.
There is a cut without Jar Jar Binks, actually.
He did not want to be in that movie.
No.
Did not want to be there. What a horrible character.
All right, SP, what do you got for your news this week?
Okay, a couple of weeks ago, I said that we were looking at the specific star. It's about 1,500 light years away. It's KIC, or KIC 8462852, and we thought it might have some sort of life around it, like a Dyson sphere or something like that. We still don't know what it is. SETI trained all of its 42 telescopes at it and looked at it for 2 weeks, looking for any sign of life, specific wavelength bands that would be indicative of communications or certain propulsion elements. They found nothing. They said, well, usually when we're looking at strange stuff like this, we look at it and we try to rule it out, because that's generally what it is. There's something weird going on there, and we want to know what it is, but we haven't found anything yet. So they put a press release out on last Thursday, November 5th, and basically said, sorry guys, no joy here.
That's a bummer, man. I'm all sad. Why do we have to have 2 sad stories in a row?
It's not sad. It's scientific investigation.
It's not
I was
proof,
hoping for.
It's not proof. I mean, they're not saying it's not what it is. I mean, there's a million arguments. There's like so many arguments. Oh well, a civilization that's that advanced wouldn't use radio waves.
But if we find a Dyson sphere, we'll find Montgomery Scott.
Also, the Dyson sphere's light that's reaching us now might be not even be there anymore. It's light years away. Well, how much time does the light take time to travel to us?
And I like to think that some civilization that has a Dyson sphere would have enough of a defense to essentially block us from seeing what we want to see.
A cloaking device around the entire solar system.
Some form of defense mechanism. Maybe it's the magical Star Trek deflector that deflects everything. Okay.
If you can build a structure over a fusion ball of fire in space, I think you can build a cloaking device. I think you can put some mirrors or something.
Actually, we're not allowed to because of the Kittimore Accords. Sorry, I went there.
That's funny. That's funny.
They still do it though.
The whole 4 people of you that got that joke, thank you for laughing.
They still do it. They still put a cloaking device on it.
I know, it's a really good episode of Next Gen.
No, they also do it on. They put it on the Defiant.
But there's a loophole. Remember, that's a Romulan cloaking device, and they signed an agreement with the Romulans to be able to use it. It's not a Federation-made cloaking device, so they are just loopholing around the Kittimore Accords to not violate them. That's how the Federation works, man. Shades of gray.
And now they've retconned the entire universe, so you don't even know if the Kittimore Accords exist anymore.
No, it still exists.
They haven't retconned that universe. That universe still exists. It's just a parallel universe.
Okay, fair enough. But in the new universe, you don't know if it exists.
It's official that they have said that the universe split because there is a continuation universe where Romulus is destroyed. There's there's a whole mirror universe where it's not that the Romulans have no planet. It continues.
Well, okay, and you got to think of you got to look at the Back to the Future analogy, right? Biff screws up the future. Marty still can go back and see and get back to the original timeline should he have not decided to, make his life better. So it's the same thing. It's the same idea. It's there.
Yeah, so I need to apologize. Kittimore Accords was not correct. It's the Treaty of Algernon is what Adam has mentioned to me in the chat room. So my mistake.
See,
I apologize.
What's the Kittimore?
The last time that I laughed at something that I was fairly sure was wrong, I ended up not hearing about Alaska for the next 5 years. Okay.
Isn't the Kittimore when they signed the peace treaty with the
Romulans? I mean the Klingons.
Yeah.
But back to the topic at hand. Honestly, not surprised to see this. Is this the end of it? No, it's not. It is something that I will continue to follow, and I still think is a very fascinating topic, and I think if you don't know about it, you should really check it out, and by check it out, I mean tweet at Stargate Pioneer, because he has nothing to do, and he will give you the full rundown from the beginning of space travel and how we got to this point today.
Absolutely. About how we're the Solar System Mark II, we're Earth Mark II. Look, I got a whole spiel about how we are today, and I will let you know. I am extremely bored. I will tell you.
And final news point of the night comes courtesy of whatever that bending phone website is. Guess what? We went on a tangent when the iPhone 6 came out, and we got all upset about the bendability and all this other stuff and tra-la-la-la-la-la. And then some websites did a bunch of bend tests and found that, yes, it was one of the most bendable. Well, guess what? The the Nexus 6P, JS, you might want to heads up on this.
Yes, I know.
Apparently more bendable than the iPhone 6. So,
yes, I've been told, and it's especially the back. The back plate is actually they have a Gorilla Glass on the back plate on the top where the camera is. That's what actually shatters.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's not. I mean, the phone itself bends. It's really skinny, that's for sure. But it's the glass top shatters completely.
And knowing where a phone shatter point is very important to JS, because that is what he is going to have to replace a couple of months later after owning it.
I have no idea if that part's actually replaceable. That's actually pretty nuts.
Ooh,
but I've seen pictures of people where they've received the phone with the sticker on it. You know that glass sticker that you get with the sticker still on it, and the piece shattered. So it was shattered in the box.
No way. Serious?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was people like that guy in where was it? New Zealand or Australia or whatever. He got his it was when the 6 came out, not the 6X. He got the brand new 6 out of the box, and it fell out of the box. He opened the box and it popped out, and it fell on the ground.
In front of like 6 television stations. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was so funny.
I remember that. Yeah. That would drive me crazy if that happened to me. I'd be like, oh no! And I'd probably start crying tears of sorrow.
I had to rewind it a second to make sure it wasn't JS.
Yeah, that's possible too.
The giveaway on that was that it was an iPhone. So there you go.
There
you go.
Yeah.
But
Remember, JS doesn't do Apple anymore.
I am curious though, JS. Are you still getting this phone? Because I've read other than this very good things.
I've ordered it. It's I'm number 79th in Canada to receive mine. That's all I get. Yep. It's been delayed a lot. It was supposed to come out November 3rd and then November 4th, and then it's been released on the Rogers site, but nobody has it. You can't. The stores don't have a copy. Oh wow! I'm watching a video. It's actually quite easy to bend the phone.
Yeah, that's the video that I'm referencing in the news point. But if you have yourself Nexus 6P, we would love to hear what your experience has been with it. You can, of course, give us a call at 567-343-GEEK. That's 567-343-4335. You can tweet us at GonnaGeek. Find us at facebook.com/GonnaGeek. Or when all else fails, we encourage you to go to GonnaGeek.com and chime in there. So please let us know what your thoughts are. But let's go ahead and move on to our next segment, which is Geek Wars. Let's do it now.
What started out as a simple Facebook debate quickly turned into an expletive-filled off-air Skype battle between our hosts. It's time to settle this argument once and for all, and finally find out who is the bigger geek. It's time for Geek Wars.
That's right, Geek Wars, a new edition. As you may or may not be familiar with this segment, we will go ahead and explain the rules. In this segment, we take head to head to head. Sounds horrible, but we will indeed do that and find out who is the bigger geek. I will ask a series of questions and people will have to buzz in with some form of crazy call. It used to be fun because you never knew who was making the chicken noise or the cow moo or whatever, but now that we have video, it ruins it all. So we will continue to do that. Preferably say your name, maybe Chris Farrell. Chris, you say your name. SP, you say your name. Just somebody say your name, and the first person to buzz in has the first crack at the question. Do we understand the rules?
Sure.
Sure.
And if you are indeed in the chat, we encourage you to play along at geeks.live. There is a slight delay, but yeah, we'll try to keep an eye on the chat as well. Question number 1. The first question that I have on deck is this. So far in CW's The Flash, we've met Barry Allen and Jay Garrick, but this Flash made his appearance in 1959. Name that Flash.
Oh, it's not who I think it is.
Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Chris.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
It's not right, but I'm going to throw Wally West out there.
That's exactly who I was going to say.
Why do you think that it's not right?
I thought he was later. Maybe not. No, he was probably Kid Flash then, not Flash. That's where you got me.
All righty. So the answer, Chris, is right. It is Wally West. Way to go.
I buzzed in first. I said Tom Cruise.
Well,
Dang
see,
it.
I thought you were saying Tom Cruise.
I thought you were answering Tom Cruise. Okay.
It's my name, Tom Cruise. Come
Well,
on.
that's too bad. It's Chris. Gets the point because I didn't understand in my rules, my game. So, alrighty, number 2. This. Fill in this blank of this Jurassic Park quote. It's a blank system. I know this. What do we got?
Oh, JS.
All right, JS, what do you got?
I bet you he says Unix.
Let's find out. Yes, it is. It is indeed Unix. Way to go, JS. Tied up.
I was going to say Linux, but I knew that wasn't right.
No, Linux is free.
Who said that out of curiosity? Anybody remember?
I think it's
Wasn't
the big
Samuel
guy
L.
that
Jackson?
gets it's the big guy that gets spit in the face. No,
It's the girl. It's the girl when she's
that's
she's
right.
trying to lock the doors.
Yeah,
When she's trying to lock the doors.
she's a computer hacker.
Yep. Question number 3 is one that plays off of question number 1.
Jeff Goldblum
Wally
watches
West made his appearance in Flash number 110.
Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
Kid Flash.
Yes, I couldn't believe you said that a minute ago. To finish,
I totally ruined it almost.
to finish the question for the audio listener, the question was, what character did Wally West debut at? And the answer is indeed Kid Flash. Way to go, Chris. Way to go. You are a champ. So the game now lies to Chris, 1 JS, and let me tally this up here. Carry the 1, minus the 1, 0 for SP. That's what we got. No comment, SP?
You mean Tom Cruise?
No comment?
That's Tom Cruise, remember?
That's true.
I like that you have the questions on the bottom of the screen. It's cool.
And if you're not seeing this, please go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GonnaGeek and follow along there, or just check us out every Monday at geeks.live. Question number 4 is, while Jarvis is Tony Stark's most famous interface, what was the backup system he used in Avengers Age of Ultron?
Tom Cruise.
All right, go ahead, Tom Cruise.
Friday.
Is that your final answer?
No.
It's not your final answer? Is that the answer you're going to go with?
That's the answer I'm going to go with.
I'm sorry, it's FRIDAY. It was an acronym. I'm sorry. No, of course I'll give it to you.
The judges say nay.
The judge says yes. The judge says yes. But no, absolutely, we will take that answer, SP. So you got on the board. You're tied with the one and only JS.
I like ties.
And in the chat, by the way, the chat is definitely rocking it. A lot of them are making reference to the fact that one of the best parts in Jurassic Park was the fact that Newman was in it. Absolutely. I agree.
And these guys are knocking the questions out of the park, too. They're getting them all right as well.
They are. It helps that they wait till it pops up on the screen and we give the answer for them to chime in. But no, I'm just kidding.
Are you accusing our great listeners of cheating, Steven?
Hey, if they're anything like us, then they should be. They should be fully embracing it, okay?
Hold your hands up. Make sure nobody's cheating then.
Question 5 of 6. In the infamous heartbreaking episode which gave Waxana Troy's character some depth, the character Hedril was played by which famous actress?
Oh, Roddenberry's wife, JS.
No, the character Hedril was played by which famous actress?
Wow.
JS, do you want to answer?
You got me stumped here.
It's Gene Roddenberry's wife. Man.
No, that's
no.
That's who plays Waxana Troy.
Yeah, no, he's the manservant.
No,
the manservant.
No, this is the little girl. I'll give you guys a hint. This is the little girl. Do you remember the episode? I'll give you that.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I remember every episode she was in, but I don't remember the characters.
I have no idea.
This is the episode where Troy finds out that she had a sister that died. And Waxana breaks down.
Oh, I have no clue, man.
Let's see if the chat gets it. We'll give it a second here for the chat to try to get it.
See if they're smarter than us. My guess is they probably are.
Oh, okay. Well, I Googled it, so it ruins everything.
Let's put it this way. Adam's in the chat and Sean's in the chat. They definitely got this.
Nobody's giving the answer, so I'm going to go ahead and give it here. It is Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst played Hedril. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. All right. So this is the last chance for you guys to tie it up, one of you with Chris Farrell. Here is your last question. Last question. And as you know, we don't do tiebreakers here, so we will call it a tie if that's the case. Last question on Geek Wars.
It's as is tradition. It's Canadian tradition.
It is. It's
tradition.
As is tradition.
The last question is, name this 1977 Steven Spielberg directed sci-fi drama.
No, you're not allowed.
Go ahead, Stargate Pioneer.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Let's go to the judges. Judges say yes. You are right. You know what that means? That means that we have a tie. Yay! That's my tie voice, by the way. How do you like that?
That's awesome.
We had 2 out of 3 chances that there was going to be a tie.
I am so glad that we ended up with a tie, because the segment is never complete if it's a competition on GonnaGeek.com podcast and it's not a tie. Then I feel like we failed the city.
That's because we want to be inclusive to everyone. So if we tie, it means we don't have just one great, awesome trivia whiz. We've got a few.
That's true.
In fact, I'm going to give half a point to JS, and I'm going to tie with him. So we'll both have 1.5.
But that means that SP won because he's ahead.
I know. SP looks like he needs a win.
SP, do you want to donate half point to charity?
I do. I want to donate a half point to my favorite charity.
Which charity is that?
The CCL Live with the CCL for Kids.
Oh, well, good pull. Good. Way to go, SP. But that does take us to the end of Geek Wars. We always...
You take that to the bank.
We always do enjoy doing these segments and others. So if you have suggestions for future questions, go ahead and email me at steven@gonnageek.com, and I will include that in a future game, especially one where I actually am the participant, so then I'll know the answer and the question. But let's go ahead and roll into our final segment, which is Geek Back. In Geek Back this week, we went to the Facebook and posted a question. The question was thoughts on the new Star Trek series announcement. We got ourselves a series of feedback, and let's just go ahead and roll through the answers that we got from people. We had Matthew Wesley say it's either going to be great or horrible. We shall see how much the studio plays with it. We had Cody Goff say...
#verified.
Say need more information before making any judgment one way or another. I'm glad the brand is making a resurgence. It's been a long time.
But he's unverified.
So what that he's been verified? Who cares? Who cares?
He's unqualified, I said.
Oh, I thought you said he's unverified. I was like, I don't get that, but okay.
He's unqualified.
He
He's
is
an unqualified gamer. It was a plug.
That's true. Cody,
a poor one, but a plug.
Cody Goff. We also had Lou. Don't know how to say your last name, Lou. Sorry. Say love it.
Gagliardi.
Gagliardi. Thank you. Thank you.
That's one name that I could pronounce. Gagliardi.
And wrapping it up, we had Michelle Ely say, I want Captain Worf. I would like Wesley Crusher to come back and erase the whole space magic nonsense. I want science, and yeah, more science and diversity. What do you mean? Think of those?
You don't want space wizards that shoot missiles in 90-degree angles to hit the core of a highly well-engineered device?
Ironically, Wesley would have to use space magic to undo all of that.
Yeah, he's a space wizard.
Yeah, he is. And he was on Big Bang Theory last week. It was an awesome episode, by the way.
I don't know why people like that guy.
Which guy? Will Wheaton or...
Yeah.
He plays kind of a dick in everything he does now, yeah.
He does. But I personally, I'm sorry, Michelle, if I ever see Wesley Crusher in another Star Trek franchise, I will be a very, very upset man. I don't like Wesley Crusher.
No, I don't think anybody does.
In fact, I would rather him actually get the Jar Jar Binks treatment, both of them together. You know, maybe they can make an agreement between Star Trek and Star Wars for once, and the two of them can
Revelation.
You know what? How about this though? Let's have the Borg.
Is the Jar Jar Binks of Star Trek.
I think the Borg should assimilate them both, and then the Death Star can just blow them both up. How do you think about that? I like that.
No, I don't even think
resistance is futile.
No, Misa, resistance is futile. Sorry, I had to do it. And rounding off our Geek Back, unrelated to the question, we did get a Twitter question from the one and only Cajun_Sean, and he said, are any of the podcasts on the network going to review Lucifer when the TV series starts up, or will there be a new podcast for it? Very good question. SP, I know you want to field this one.
Yeah, well, first of all, to my knowledge, I don't know of any podcast that's actually is scheduled to cover it, but I will tell you that if you do want to cover it and you want your podcast on the network, go to gonnageek.com/about and find out all the great ways that you can come and apply to be part of the network, and we would love to have you.
For sure. Very, very good job, SP. It's like you know how to plug the network and it just rolls off the tip of your tongue.
There's one thing I know how to plug. Yeah.
Steven's mom. I'm just waiting for it.
No, he plugs in the power adapter on his phone.
You guys got to see Ash versus Evil Dead, the first scene. Lots of plugging happening there. Very good. Not for children. Not for children. Ash knows what he's plugging.
Oh man. But that is going to take us towards the end of the show today. I just want to, before we do close up though, go into the chat and say that SP, you did get a compliment, a pat on your back for saying Lou's last name, only for it to be corrected 2 minutes later in the chat. So apparently we all don't know how to say last names. There you go.
That's the official tagline. We don't know your last name and we can't say it.
For sure.
I thought our tagline was hashtag bring back sleeves.
Oh,
that's a different show.
Maybe.
If you want to know the answer to that, you should go check out Starling Tribune and find out what Chris is talking about there.
I'm pretty sure that here we were starting the hashtag movement. Bring back Slave Feral. I think that's what we wanted.
Nobody wants that.
Slave Feral, I'd pay money to see that.
How much money are you going to pay, JS? We can make it happen.
I don't know. Let's start a Kickstarter. Money for charity.
Chris, if you can get the costume, I will start us off with a $20 donation to a charity. We'll do it as a fundraiser.
All of the money that comes out of that goes to CCL for kids.
You got to deliver, awesome. Man. You got to deliver.
I'm not.
That sounds like a great way for JS to break a smartphone camera.
Yeah.
Well, anybody got anything else that you want to go ahead and promote? Let's start with the one and only Chris Farrell.
Just like always, go head on over to gonnageek.com/network. Check out all the other great stuff that's coming out. We've got a show for just about anything that's going to interest you, and it's all well produced. It's all got good cast members. It's just awesome. Go check it out.
Awesome. And how about you, SP?
If you haven't checked out The Muppets on ABC, you need to check it out. There has not been an episode that misses at all. They've all been great. Kermit, Piggy, they're playing off each other great. The whole cast is there, and the stars that they bring in are just fantastic. It's just fun. I can't really explain it all that much. It's the whole experience. You got to go watch it. It's fun.
They by the way, they're changing the showrunners, eh? Are
they? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Nope. I don't know why, because it's a very good TV series, but they changed the showrunner. They're changing the direction of the show. They're not happy with it.
That's not good.
Nope.
JS, you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I want to plug my theory of Star Wars and what's going to happen to Luke, because everybody's not saying or trying to say that he's going to the dark side. I'm going to say, you know what he's doing? I know exactly what he's doing. He is going to distance himself and hermit himself because he's afraid of going to the dark side. That's my theory.
I like it.
That's
theory. Possible.
I like it. I like it.
He knows that he can. So I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to isolate himself because he doesn't want.
My theory is that kiss with his sister messed him up so much that for the last 30 years he's been wearing that Slave Leia costume and just totally nuts now. That's my theory.
And what about that theory? What about the theory that the new bad guy is Vader's brother? I guess liking that one. It's true.
I think you saw the same trolley fake episode 7 soundtrack that I saw.
Oh, well, that takes us to the end of episode 120 of the GonnaGeek.com podcast. As Chris mentioned, I encourage you to go to GonnaGeek.com as there is a ton of great content. For episode 120, I'm Stephen John Drew.
I'm Chris Farrell.
I'm a rocket scientist.
And I'm the French-Canadian sensation.
Bye!
From everyone here at the GonnaGeek.com podcast, thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes. We encourage you to send your feedback by email to podcast@gonnageek.com. You can find all of our show history at gonnageek.com/official podcast. And while you're there, why not head over and check out all of the geeky podcasts on the Gonna Geek Network? The music heard on this show is by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. Thanks for listening, and we will see you again next week.